Welcome, Conrads, to Yupitergrad. Brave dream of VR gaming, grappling hooks, wacky humour, spatial stunts, motion sickness, countermeasures, Dieselpunk adventure, space acrobatics, and out-of-the-box gaming. And puzzles. Yupitergrad has it all. Or at least that's what the hyperbole on the website tells me. And yeah, the developer Game Dust SP Zoo have done a fantastic job here. They've created a physics-based, Soviet-style, Borderlands cel-shaded game where you use physics and momentum to solve puzzles. I know you're immediately thinking, hang on, crazy labs, crazy gauntlets, hilarious humour, it's Portal. And no it is not. It adds a lot to the formula. It takes away the idea of having fast thing comes in, speedy thing goes out portals, and gives you suction cups on your arms. And you combine the skills of Spider-Man with the crazy breakneck adventures of Aperture Science. And I love this game. It's programmed in a way that there isn't a jutter in the frame rate, you don't feel sick in the slightest, so you can eat as much Borsk as you like before you play this. And yeah, I enjoy this immensely. So this is the training level. This is me playing on the training level, as you see by my ugly mug in the bottom left corner. And yeah, let's run through this and see how the training level pans out and what this wonderful game has to offer. So yeah, you've got suction cups attached to extendable clotheslines, or those bouncy leads you put your dog on where you can basically zip them back, and you get to combine this with areas where you've got massive open sections where you can just swing, climb, but you can't walk. So yeah, you're stuck where you are. The only motion you've got is turning on the spot and firing and rappelling off the walls and dragging yourself along using grappling hooks. So you can see here, these things have got little wheels on them. When you fire, you can pull back on the stick and it just pulls you up and you can get over objects. But that's the very basic use of these. When you've got a bit further in the training level, you actually get to use them with other interesting physics quirks, and you can do some incredible space stunts where you're flipping through the air, but we'll get to that in a moment. First things first, yep, we can turn on the spot. So far, so VR motion. But combine that with dragging yourself over obstacles using your grappling hooks, and yeah, it's a very, very interesting way of climbing. And I think this is, if you could do a Spider-Man game with this amount of physics reality, it would be the best thing in the world. But no, this is a cel-shaded Soviet adventure, and none of these capitalist icons such as Spider-Man to be found here. Filthy capitalist dog. As he says there, always aim for the highest point, because then you can swing much, much easier. The humour in this is brilliant. I haven't included the audio on here just purely because I'll get copyright striked or something if I include game audio, so I'll put some lovely Russian tunes in the background for you. But yeah, the voice acting is superb, and the sound effects are lovely, and the background music is also very, very fitting. Feels very, very end of the Soviet era. There you go, so you can swing across and, oh, you just face plant on there. This is my first go on this, so I wasn't particularly au fait with the way these controls worked, but as I got on, I got better, so hopefully you'll see that. Now, this is where you can swing properly. You stick it under there, swing across, and yeah, you use your motion to swing across and pull yourself up on the other side. And I can't describe the feeling you get playing this. It's absolutely incredible. It's fun, and it's not at all nausea-inducing. I mean, occasionally I almost fell over because just the feeling of actually swinging through the air with nothing but a suction cup on a clothesline is without compare. I mean, I've played a few other games like this, but I think this one nails the feeling of actually falling and swinging and flying by the seat of your pants perfectly. Now, this puzzle took me frickin' ages, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to cut to when I actually worked out how to do this. Okay, so I've got my suction cup there, and I yank myself up here, and then just let go, and hopefully the inertia should take me across. And there we go. That's much, much better. Yeah, that took me far too long to work out. And it turns out there's a much simpler way of doing it, but I'll find that out later on. Big gaps are fairly easy. You just look for your nearest blue panel. You can only stick the suction cups to blue panels. You can't stick them to the grey or the light brown ones. And yeah, if you try and do that, you just fall straight down. So much like Portal, there's only certain bits you can actually adhere to and use as something you can swing across and to get yourself some decent momentum. So they use that to great effect. So you've got whole sections which are just grey, and you can see one tiny bit of blue. You've got to hit it perfectly, swing across, and let inertia throw you over the gap or through the bridge. Now this is when I realised that yes, you could use both, pull back, and it's much easier. If I'd known that from moment one, I would have done these puzzles a lot quicker. He lies. I like all these Soviet little symbols around the place while you're playing. So the red stars and the sickles, but it's not Russia. It's somewhere completely different. There's a lot of trial and error in this. Just climbing and trying to work out exactly the best place to put your suction cup to get the best amount of swing to get you through. And yes, there's my belly. That's not a good thing to be showing off in a VR demonstration. Note to self, Ben: T-shirt longer next time. Now the graphics of this are very clever. They're perfectly minimalist and perfectly functional. Actually reflects the Soviet aesthetic quite nicely, actually. Everything has got a purpose, everything has got a job. They look nice, but they're not flashy. And that's great because there is absolutely no lag here whatsoever. It's a solid frame rate, and you don't ever clip off through the walls, and you never feel like you've been cheated. Everything works fine, the physics don't seem to glitch at all, and it's exactly right. If you make a mistake, or if anything happens, you can tell, yep, that should have happened, and when you do actually get past a puzzle like there, the feeling of elation is amazing. Now this is my favourite level of the training mission. You can really get some good inertia going here, and as long as you aim right and use both these suction cups, you can get some incredible speed. We need more developers in the VR space like Game Dust, where we can take a concept and go with it. We haven't had a lot of love in VR recently. I mean, we've had Half-Life Alyx, and we've had The Walking Dead and its add-on packs, but we need more stuff like this, where there's a fantastic solid set of physics behind it and a really good vision. I mean, I love the Russian era cosmonaut aesthetic here. It's absolutely perfect, and we need more people who are willing to run with a concept. But yeah, I'm very happy with this game. Absolutely beautiful, and having so much fun playing it. And just when you thought you've actually mastered the game, they put in a new little thing. I love this. It's an extra little physics-based concept where you get little thrusters for your gauntlets. And you're thinking, okay, yeah, this is fine, I can just use my suction cups. But no, suction cups don't stick on anything down here. It's all grey. And thinking, what the hell do I do with this? And at which point I realise, hang on, there was a sign back there that told me something. So let's have a look. Ah, the grips. Much like a few other games, if you hit the grip buttons, you fire little thrusters, and this drags you through the water level, so you can't use your suction cups, so you just drift using propulsion on there, and wherever you point your hands and you squeeze the triggers, that's where the propulsion units put you. At which point here I thought, you know what, let's try ducking a little, see if that works. But no, not even that would assist me with my terrible gameplay skills in this game when I first started out. So yeah, you get these little sections of water, and then you can just burst out of them and fight suction cups and pull yourself out. And you can also use the thrusters to fly, well, hover. It's like sort of having a double jump as opposed to having full-on flight capabilities, but it's a little bit Iron Man, and I really quite like the idea. Yeah, once you get used to it, it becomes sort of second nature. You can swing, release, hit the thrusters, and just slowly glide through objects. It does feel a tad precise in the test centre sometimes, because you've got observation panels and you've got people where you think people may have been watching you but seem abandoned. But yeah, this is definitely its own game though. And this took me far too long to work out that there's a button there, which if I swing next to it and drop, you can just press it. Now there's also really cool cel-shaded cutscenes where you get this sort of Russian cosmonaut general telling you wonderful bits of Soviet-style history about, yes, you're a farmer, now you're a cosmonaut. It's beautifully done and really good tongue-in-cheek humour. And also you find out what the actual plan is. You're being sent to space, and you're being sent to Jupiter, where there is a space station where you're going to spend the rest of your time playing. And yep, I think I'll do that as a subject of my next Let's Play video. But yeah, for now, this is Yupitergrad, a fantastic physics-based puzzle game where you take on the role of a cosmonaut and use suction cups attached to grappling hooks attached to reeling clotheslines, basically. And yeah, it is an absolutely beautiful game. The graphics are functional, they're not over the top, but they're beautifully stylized. You can see this brilliant scale where you've got this massive rocket that you're about to be sent up into space in. The sound is amazing, the soundtrack's lovely, really fits the era. The voice acting is very good. The Soviet accents are completely over the top and very funny without being inappropriate or slightly ooh, can they really do that? And the physics in this, just the physics are amazing. It's fun, it's easy to get the hang of, but you get the feeling it's going to take a long time to master. And here we are back in the starting phase again, which turns out to be the command capsule of your ship. And you're about to be blasted to space for the good of the people. So yeah, I would definitely give Yupitergrad 5 stone axes out of 5. This is a fantastic game. Physics are great, graphics are great, gameplay is great, humour is hilarious, the sound is top notch. Game Dust, please keep making games. You are doing a fantastic job. And I enjoyed every second of this game. So yeah, thanks for watching Subhuman VR. Don't forget to chuck me a like and a subscribe to keep the channel lights on. And if you want to leave me a comment, please leave me a comment. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it subhuman.